So in the next session, there's several bills I'd like to bring forth. I'd like to bring the on-call scheduling because I brought that through the Children's Committee and thought I had the votes that I needed to get that done in committee. And I had one person who decided that they wouldn't vote for the bill. And so the bill didn't pass. It didn't make it out of committee, and we tried really hard to do that. But it is my intention to bring that bill back in the next session. The other bill that I think is really important to families and in the economy is the WPCA, the Water Pollution Control Authority. What had been happening in two towns, in Bridgeport and in Stamford, is people losing their houses for something as little as $3,000, $8,000 being foreclosed on a house that's already paid for. And it was because they were, the interest would increase. So you get a notice, you don't pay the bill, interest is increasing, it hits a certain amount of money, and then you get a notice telling you you're being sent to collection. It goes to an attorney, so now you have attorney fees, and it just builds and builds and builds. Well, when I was working on the bill, there was over 600 properties that could have been foreclosed on in the city of Bridgeport. They had the same problem in Stamford also. So I worked with a state rep from Stamford to put together a bill that would put a moratorium on foreclosures for 1 year. And in the meantime, during that year, we levied a tax of $4 on the water pollution control bills for people in Bridgeport and Stamford. That $4 is going toward building the infrastructure for PURA, who regulates your electric and your gas and your water, but not the WPC, regulates those, and they do not foreclose on your property when you're delinquent. They will place a lien on it, they will put you in collections, but you don't lose your property. Because I felt it very unfair for people, especially elderly people, where the taxes are so high here in Bridgeport for property, who don't even understand what the water pollution control bill is. And that bill is for the water that's leaving your house. And many people don't understand that that is a real charge. They think it's a fake bill. And some of them, when you're paying, when you have many bills to pay, you have to figure out what am I going to pay and what doesn't get paid. Well, I know if I pay my water bill, I'm going to get the water. I know if I pay my electric, they won't cut my lights off. They won't cut my gas off if I pay it. But if I don't pay the WPCA, there's nothing to stop the water from leaving the house. And I think that's the thinking people have sometimes when they said this is the last bill I'm going to pay. But I don't think people understood that they could lose their houses. So we put this bill forth, and I did it in the last day of the session with the help of Terry Adams, Representative Adams from Stamford. We put the bill through and got it passed. And that bill took effect July 1st. So there'll not be any more foreclosures on properties according to the state statute that we've implemented. And I think that'll give the city of Bridgeport and the city of Stamford time to work out something that's more fair and equitable for people to pay their bills and give them, we even gave them the opportunity to lower the interest rate if they'd like. So it wouldn't hurt so much that when you get this bill that's growing at 24%, I think the interest rate is.